Look, we know the social media thing is a whole game. There's like 8 billion things you got to pay attention to all the damn time. All right, and this channel, I try really hard to make sure to help you with all of the things. Like we talk about YouTube, we talk about Instagram, we talk about TikTok, Facebook. I want to make sure you have a really solid understanding like how these different social networks are going to be able to benefit you and your business. But the devil is in them details, okay? There's all these little like quirks and things that you may or may not be doing that you should use and do to level up what's happening on your social media. Because the whole point of having effective social media is having success with it. So I want to make sure that you know about these 10 things, that you do these 10 things so that you can like maximize your success and do all of the awesome things that make your profile worth being seen and followed. Because I want you to have success. I want you to have the business. I want you to make the money. Okay? By the way, my name is Desiree. If you haven't been here before, hey, what's up? Howdy. Like, my name is Desiree and I'm here to help you grow your business better social media content marketing. If you've been here before, welcome back. Let's dive into this. So we're going to get back to some real grassroots basics here. Your profile picture. Now your profile picture is very important because it's where kind of people like are identifying who you are. I will know your face from your Facebook profile picture or wherever I know you from. I will probably never remember your name and I am sorry for that. But because that's why it's so important though, because people are visual people and we tend to learn. So you want to have a really good profile picture. Now, we're going to talk about some two things. We have a logo and we have a bit. So if you have a person you like this one, like the hi, this is my face, right? You want to stand out. You want to crop it really tight to your face. And that's it. No group photos, no pictures of your kids, no wearing a hat, no wearing sunglasses, like who you are. And for that extra pop, I'm going to encourage you to add a solid, bright colored background. So we're going to go to Adobe for our examples today, okay? Let's go. All right, so this is the profile picture that I have been using for a hot second. So the first thing we're going to do is select our photo and we're going to go over here to the far right hand side. We're gonna hit remove our background. Okay, as you can see, I have my options. I can make it like bigger, I can make it tighter, I can restore it to its original glory. But I really find that they do a really great job with like their defaults and stuff. So I am just going to like hit the check mark and boom, we have a background removed. I'm gonna fill in my space. Now, most profiles nowadays are the circle. So you kind of want to factor that in here. So I have sort of this situation. I'm gonna edit my cutout. Maybe I'll make it a little tighter. So we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna like get a little tighter into my hair because I got the frizz, okay. Okay, so for our background color, this is where we can just go into our shapes, select a size, put it here, and we want it to be a nice contrasting color that kind of complements like how we look. Okay, we can go over here to our layers, put us on top, and we can kind of then play with what we have. If you have an established color, totally use that, but you want to go for these bright colors that are going to give you a bit more contrast. Yellow would be bad. I already have like a yellow tone to my hair, to my face, so maybe the opposite of yellow, which is going to be purple. I could go like this and it would like have a better nice contrast to it. Or if I have my brand colors that are already here, I want to make sure I'm popping so that we can see me and my person really well without it being an issue when it comes to the profile. So I can just select my bright color here. I'll do like a pink. I like the pink. And then I can just go to download and then I can download the file size that I need. Then I can upload it to my server or to any of my social media profiles so I can have that update. Now, if you have a logo, make your logo fit into that space. If you have a long name for your logo, figure out how you can adjust it. Like all in one social media is a really long logo. So we took our first letters and we kind of adjusted so it would fit into a circle a bit better. You want to have maybe like your mascot as the main icon. You can do just like the first couple letters of it. Whatever it is, it needs to stand out. You cannot have like these big like white gaps when it comes to that profile picture for a logo. So really focus on how you can maximize the visual attention when you're seeing it like super tiny on a screen. So next we're gonna update our bio. Now I want our bio across the board to be the same. So create it once and just kind of keep using it over and over again. First things first, if the name of your username is something weird, you'll put your name in where it's supposed to be. If like your name, like so for me, like with my Instagram and TikTok, it's Mrs. Desiree Rose. I don't need to put my name on there again, it says Rose. So instead what I have is like what I'm about, like what I want to be found for or known for. YouTuber, speaker, advocate, whatever those things are. If these are gonna be SEO kind of specific words, people are searching like video expert or social media marketer or chiropractor or plumber. You want to have those as like the title title, like the name part of your profile so that it can stand out there. Next, you want to identify very clearly the problem that you solve. In my case, I help your business grow with better social media and content marketing. So what statement, like this is like your mission statement or your power statement or your purpose statement, very simple, easy to put in there so people know exactly what problems you solve and like how you go about doing them. Next, I love adding in my personal quirks. Like, so for me, I have Slytherin, tea, never coffee. You can put in like pedicures always, margaritas, not beer, like whatever that may be. Adding in your personal quirks allows you to have the extra layer of fun and relatability to people when they're trying to learn more about you and what you do. Then you want to have a link that goes somewhere very specific. I encourage this to be the link to like your call to action to get on an email list of some kind. Maybe this is a freebie or a coupon or an event that you're going to. You can change this link out, but we're going for kind of standard across the board. So pick your call to action. People can like get something specific from you so you can stay in contact with them. As a bonus, like add in some emojis if you can. Like if you can do like stars or circles or something related to what you do, it just adds more attention, adds more personalization to what you're doing. Do this whether you're a personal brand or a business. Now we gotta talk about them cover images. A lot of the social platforms have a cover image. You got Facebook, you have YouTube, you have Twitter, you have LinkedIn. Like it's a lot of covers. Like it's basically Instagram that doesn't. So you wanna have a cover that's gonna be a POW statement. It's bold, but very simple and to the point. Again, just like our bio, what problem do you solve? And they're very, very simple. You wanna keep it like less than 7 words so you can get into helping business grow with better social media. Like boom, that's what I do. You know that. I have my name on there if I needed to. But I want to have a very clear call to action to all the button situations that I have in the profiles to again get people on to that email list so that you can have success in that follow-up and that conversation there. Number 4, mixed media. Now, what's mixed media? This is kind of like how when you were in art school, in art class, you do like things in crayon or clay or construction paper, or you'd make ransom notes out of letters from a magazine. That is mixed media. So we're going to apply a mixed media strategy to our social medias. We have carousel posts, we have images, we have stories, we have vertical videos, we have text. There's lots of options. And on top of it, we have lots of features within all of these options. So we need to embrace more mixed media when it comes to our content. I know it's easy to post a picture and maybe a link to something or put a bunch of text up, right? But we're not here to do what's easy. We're here to do what's right and better because it's easy. Everyone is doing it. And I don't want you to do what everyone's doing. I want you to have variety. I want you to be able to have the opportunity to test these different mixed medias so that you can see how you can benefit from a variety of different kinds of content on all of your social platforms. Now that being said, I want to have a conversation with you about links. Look, the relationship between social media and links is very complicated right now. All the social platforms want to keep you on the social platform, but the vast majority of us are talking about things outside of the platform, whether that's news, whether that's shopping, whether that's our own personal business agendas. Okay, so we're trying to like take people out of it, and it's okay. But how you present that link is where the issue is going to lie. So just posting a link up with text and stuff can work. I recently did that. I had a media segment that I did onto a news station. I talked about it. I had a little blurb. I tagged the brands that I talked about on it. It was a whole like thing that worked really well. But having just a link up to a blog post that's like really not engaging or action oriented or personable, that's not gonna work for you. So I would encourage you to play with how you use links. So a lot of the tools, like LinkedIn, for example, has this thing where you can like take a video or a picture and insert a link button onto the image and you can click it. That gets really great engagement. Everyone loves the like link in comment situation on Facebook. It really helps with getting things going. Link in bio is big with TikTok and Instagram. Play with how you're using links so that you can find what works best for you in the platform, because links are important because it takes people to you, to your house, to your website, to your opt-in, to your goodness. But you got to play what the platform wants you to play. You got to figure out what that game is, because it's just not easy, but up your link game, okay? Number 6, the picture sandwich. I know you're like, Desiree, I love sandwiches. And I bet you do, because my favorite is like a fancy grilled cheese, a little bit of olive oil, lots of shredded varieties of cheese. You toast it kind of slowly, maybe add some bacon in there. Oh, chef's kiss, so good. All right, but I'm not talking about pictures of your food. I'm not picking up pictures of your sandwiches, okay? I'm talking about the picture sandwich. This is where our pictures are telling a story in a specific objective. This is 3 parts. We have intro image, we have our meat image, and then we have our closure image. The best way to use these is going to be, first and foremost, like with stories, Instagram, Facebook stories, TikTok stories now, where we're gonna be like, okay, I gotta have this introduction situation where I'm kind of laying out what is the point of this sandwich here that we're creating so that we can have layers. We're setting it up in our intro, we have the meat, like what I'm talking about, given the goods that I promised within that sandwich. I'm gonna add closure. You gotta end it. You can't just be like, follow me for more info. Like, no, wrap it up in a nice pretty bow. You know, that's where you cut the sandwich corner to corner, never start down the middle. Don't be a monster. Okay, give good closure to our sandwich situation so that people wanna keep clicking through to get that fulfillment within the story. Okay, now how can you do this in a visually appealing way? Let's head back over to Adobe Express and I'll show you some examples. Okay, in Adobe Express, we have so many awesome options for the different kinds of content we can create. We have stories, we have posts, we have posters. We can really see all of these different templates that we have available to kind of create something super, super cool. What I also like the idea is this sort of like collage situation that we have over here. So I'm gonna start, I think, let's pick one of these cool templates that I see for Instagram stories. I wanna start here. And what's nice is that I can create a self-contained picture sandwich within here. So this year I want to learn about all these things. I'm not gonna go into editing this, it takes a lot of time. But what I do wanna say is like, maybe I wanna say what I wanna learn. I would put like my goals for 2023, and I can have them in here. And then I can hit this little plus button, and I can add another page. And it's gonna be the same page, could be another Instagram story or whatever. And I have this next page. You can see this was the first one. This is the second one. I can go over here to templates, and then I can have more sort of like options for different layouts that I want to do, that I could then fill in my different graphics, pictures of like how I'm gonna accomplish these different goals. So let's just kind of this, my 2023 goals are, and then I will take these and I'm just gonna change them out individually. And I'm gonna say, grow to 50K YouTube subs. By the way, if you haven't subscribe, totally should subscribe. I'm gonna click on this one and say 25 new agency clients. I have all of these sort of different goals that I'd have. Okay, so let's just say that I had filled these all in. Then I could go to this next tab and I could be like, okay, so let's talk about how I'm going to get to my 50K subs on YouTube. And then I would change my picture here. I'm gonna go over here to my photos. I can upload one that I already have that I wanna use. And I'm gonna say like, create vlog style engaging tutorials. Okay, and so like I would have that in here, and then I could just change out these pieces. So then what I'm doing is creating this sandwich of information, sharing this like journey or this story, and it allows me to do that in Adobe Express. I also have options when it comes to templates where I can also like put videos in here as well. So I can go into Instagram stories, I can search like for these different videos I want to kind of see. I can play them, see like which one would or wouldn't work for me. I can add this in here. I'm gonna say replace this page. And I can have this animated little feature right here that I have so that I can make it more of an animated story to add a little bit of extra dimension to it and adjust it as well. So by creating this Instagram story sandwich, I have these different mixed media types, which we talked about, and I'm allowing for us to tell that story in that carousel in that kind of a way. And I can do this on TikTok, Instagram stories, Instagram reels, Instagram posts. Like we have a lot of options, and that's what I like about the picture sandwich is like information sandwich. You can do a lot of things within it, and you can use Adobe Express to help add some extra zhuzh to it so it can kind of spice up how it looks. So next I want to talk about this. You need to pick one, either lots of text or a short video. You can't have both. Let me talk about this. Now, I'm gonna give some really specific examples. A short video, which is how people prefer. I know that we have up to 10 minutes on TikTok. We have 60-second on short. We have 90 seconds on reels. We have whatever. Get to the point. Take your content, this long story you may have, dissect it up into little itty bitty pieces so people can consume your stuff super quick. Kind of even let them know that's gonna end. It's like, poof, done, we're done. Like that's the end of the video. Like it's just how that happens. Get to the point on your videos. Make them short and sweet and to the point. You can have your text on there, your post, your caption, which is kind of giving a little bit extra value, a little extra context, all of the SEO things to give that extra value. The call to action is in the video telling them to do something. When we're talking about longer text though, that is when we're gonna take that like longer conversation that like, I need to tell a story, I need to be deep, I wanna be thoughtful. Maybe it's something people wanna read because you attach an image to it, or straight up just do a post of text and then have people converse. I have been testing this out a lot on my own social medias and it has been working fantastically. Long stories, breaking things down into micro dissecting sort of situations. I talked about my goals recently. I've talked about, what's going on with like Women of Video. I've talked about like my business. I've talked about all these different things, my family. Telling the longer stories, like isolating a situation, brings people into my life and into my journey, allows them to connect with me, whether it's through an image or through a link or through just a text post so they can relate to me and have that conversation. There is totes of space for a video, and videos are a great place to dive in and have longer conversations or be a part of a trend. But a lot of people prefer to read content over watching those videos. I know for me, when I am consuming content, when I want to relate to somebody, a video is great, but it's long, it's time consuming, and sometimes I'm in situations where I can't hear because I've got loud children or it's late at night or whatever the situation may be. So pick one. When you're creating your content, choose either a short video where you're connecting, getting to a point and sharing a specific piece of information, or a long text post so that you're able to tell a story and relate and touch people and connect people in a different way. Repurpose our content. Now here's the thing. Repurposing our content is very important. I want you to focus on creating good content first. Then you can put other places. All right, but you need to be repurposing your content. It's very easy. We have awesome tools like repurpose.io. We can actually use Adobe Express itself to schedule out our content as well. If you make it once, find a way to reuse it. Maybe turn your videos into those texts, those long text stories we just talked about. Make yourself a picture sandwich, all right? Use the different multimedias, reuse it, turn it into a blog, send it to an email, repurpose your content. Create smart, not hard. I'm not saying you need to be everywhere at once, but you should definitely be picking at least 2 to 3 platforms that you can dive into. I talk about this in my 1, 2, 3 easy social media 2023 strategy, where it's 1 YouTube video, 2 content, 3 pieces. Like, it's a whole thing. Go watch it. It's awesome. But you really want to be in more places to maximize your potential reach. Just, do it right. Now, when we are repurposing though, we need to remember this very important fact. You need to use a base message, but adjust it for the platform. Okay, this is like gluten-free, okay? We have bread, but sometimes we need gluten-free bread because someone has a dietary restriction issue, okay? But still bread, okay? So we have a base message, a base purpose. Maybe everything about the message is the same, but we have to add a little extra stuff that Instagram wants or TikTok wants or LinkedIn wants. And we have to adjust what we're doing. Don't copy and paste the same message. It's lazy and it is sloppy. And if you are watching this video, you are not allowed to be either, okay, my friend? So adjust your message for each platform so it can be individualized as best as possible. Now, this is a big deal. It's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. Stop sleeping on Pinterest, okay? Okay, I said it. I said what I said. Don't come at me, okay? Come at me in the comments if you want. But Pinterest is a highly underutilized search engine social network, very much like YouTube. YouTube is super underutilized, but for some reason, y'all are more willing to use YouTube than get on Pinterest. We're talking about repurposing. You literally create everything and put it onto Pinterest, and you can schedule it out. You can schedule things through Sendable, which is my favorite scheduling tool. You can do so very much within it. Okay, so do it. Do the thing that's going to allow for you to increase your views and your reach people, right? It's a great way to get extra website traffic, repurpose that content, share your message, have your VA do it, right? Call my agency and we will do it for you. Like, it's a huge overlooked thing that I don't want you to miss out on. And as a bonus, because I love me a good bonus, want to make sure we're optimizing our content appropriately. Like I mentioned earlier, like all the platforms have little features that allow for you to have better reach and things like that. Like Instagram, rather than using hashtags, maybe just assign the right category for that content. You want to have better reach with your TikTok videos? Add an optimization, not just hashtags, but like keyword phrases, maybe like dentist in this state or city that you live in, or things to do in this place, or whatever it may be, how to fill in the blank here, or a title that you have going with. Search allows for your content to get found more long-term, especially on a social network like TikTok or Instagram. People search for things on these platforms, especially your Gen Zers. They are using TikTok and Instagram for search more than Google. So I want to make sure that you are there as well. Now, again, if you want to know how you can be effective with your social media strategy, I want you to watch this video that I have for you right here, which is my strategy about how you can be more successful with steps 1, 2, and 3.